Most people will work for 40 years, earn over $1 million in their lifetime, and retire with almost nothing. That's not bad luck. That's not the economy. That's not your salary. That's behavior. Specific, repeatable, fixable behavior. And the worst part? Most of these habits feel completely normal. They feel responsible. They feel like what everyone around you is doing. In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you the 5 money habits that quietly destroy wealth and exactly what to replace them with. Stay until the end because habit number 4 is the one almost nobody talks about, and it's probably costing you more than all the others combined. Before we get into the habits, let me make something clear. This video is not about cutting lattes or budgeting spreadsheets. I'm not going to tell you to stop eating out or cancel Netflix. That's noise, and it keeps you focused on saving dollars while you're bleeding thousands. What I'm talking about are the structural habits, the invisible systems running in the background of your financial life, the ones that feel fine today and destroy you over 20 years. Let's go. Habit number 1, spending first, saving what's left. This is how 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, not because they don't earn enough, but because they treat saving as a leftover activity. Here's the math. If you earn $4,000 a month and save whatever's left after expenses, statistically, you save about $200, maybe. But if you automate $600 on day 1, the day your paycheck hits, and spend the rest freely, 2 things happen. 1, your lifestyle adjusts to $3,400. It always does. 2, in 10 years, you have $72,000 in the market at a conservative 7% annual return, closer to $100,000 with compounding. Same income, completely different outcome. The fix? Pay yourself first. Automate a transfer the day you get paid. Non-negotiable. Even if it's $100. Start the system. Lifestyle inflation. Every single raise. You get a 10% raise. You move to a nicer apartment. You upgrade the car. You start eating out more. 6 months later, same financial pressure, higher price tag. This is called lifestyle creep, and it's the silent killer of every income increase you'll ever get. Think about this. The average American gets roughly a 3 to 4% raise per year. If they saved half of every raise, just half, over a 30-year career, starting at $40,000 a year, they'd have an extra $280,000 in invested assets by retirement. Instead, most people have zero, because the raise disappeared into a bigger life before they noticed it arrived. Rule: every raise, invest at least 50% before you upgrade anything. Your future self is watching. Keeping cash in a savings account and thinking you're being responsible. Let me show you what this actually costs you. $10,000 sitting in a standard savings account at 0.5% interest for 20 years becomes $11,050. That same $10,000 in a low-cost index fund at a historical average of 10% annual return becomes $67,000. That's not a small difference. That's $56,000 in lost wealth for doing nothing, for choosing the wrong container. Now, I'm not saying don't keep cash. You need 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account as your emergency fund. That's it. Everything above that number should be working for you in the market. Cash is comfort. Invested money is wealth. Don't confuse the two. Waiting until you know enough to start investing. This one habit has probably cost the average 30-year-old more than $200,000 in future wealth. Here's why. Every year you delay investing $500 a month costs you, not $500 a month. It costs you the compound growth of that money for the rest of your investing life. Someone who starts at 25 and invests $500 a month until 65 at 8% average return ends up with $1.74 million. Someone who starts at 35, same amount, same return, $745,000. $1 million lost. Not because of bad investments, because of a 10-year delay. You don't need to understand options trading, crypto, real estate, or any of that. Open a brokerage account. Buy a total market index fund, VTI or VTSAX if you're in the US. Set a monthly auto invest. Done. Perfect knowledge never comes. Start with $50 if that's all you have. The clock is the variable you can't get back. Having only one income stream. The IRS reports that the average millionaire has 7 sources of income. Most people have 1. And that single income stream is vulnerable to layoffs, health issues, company decisions you have 0 control over. Now, I'm not saying quit your job and start 5 businesses tomorrow. That's a fantasy. Here's what's realistic. Start with one side income that uses a skill you already have. Freelance, consulting, tutoring, selling a digital product, anything that adds $300 to $500 a month. That's $3,600 to $6,000 a year. Invested every year for 20 years at 8% return, that's over $170,000. From one extra income stream, $300 a month. Wealth isn't built by earning more at your job. It's built by adding layers, slowly, deliberately, one at a time. Let's recap fast. Spending before saving, letting lifestyle inflate with every raise, keeping too much cash idle, waiting to start investing, relying on one income. None of these are exotic mistakes. They're not the stuff of financial disaster movies. They're quiet, normal looking, socially accepted. That's exactly what makes them dangerous. The good news, every single one of these is fixable. Not in years, in decisions. Decisions you can make this week. Now here's my question for you, and I want a real answer in the comments. Which of these 5 habits is the hardest to break, and why? Because I genuinely believe habit 4, the waiting habit, is the most destructive one. And most financial creators won't tell you that because there's no product to sell you around it. Just time. And time doesn't have an affiliate link. Drop your answer below. And if this hit differently than what you usually see, share it with someone who needs to hear it. See you in the next one.